Okay, so in this session, we will see about lists and if and maps at the end. So in the initial session, we saw the different data types, right? So in this, uh, the most important data types, right? So is lists and maps also, because in some scenarios we might need to use this in our uh, real time projects. So we will go through lists first, and then we'll go through with maps. So simple map, so we can define like this, right? And these are some examples. We have already seen these examples, how we will define string uh, list and number, and an empty list, and then with numbers or strings. So so now we'll go to instance, and then we will try with a few examples. We'll take some real-time example. Basically, to uh, to access this collections or list, right? So we can use these methods, right? So like to get some particular element in the list, so we will use uh, the list name of the index, and then to add any element to the list, so we will use list name dot add method, and then we'll provide the value here. So if it is a static value, so then you need to surround it with quotes. If it is a dynamic value, like some other variable, right? So you can just uh, keep it here without quotes, so it will take the value dynamically. So the other method that Groovy supports is this one. So the adding an element is like we can use either way, but as per Oracle best practice method, so this is the best way. So this is the like optimal way to you add a element to list, and to remove any element, so we can use like this dot remove function. So okay, so now we'll take the some other examples provided here. So uh, we'll take some real-time example. I'm going to example section, and then I'm taking one of the example related to uh, lists. Okay. Okay. So this is the example, sixth point. So where we are taking opportunity object, and then we are trying to get the opportunity um, revenue product or product group names into a list. Okay, so this is the example we are trying to. So well, first we'll pick this script. So this particular script will just uh, capture the opportunity revenue product or product group names into a list. So we'll go through opportunity object, and then we'll go to server scripts. So to demonstrate this list, I'm taking this server scripts concept, but we'll go through each and every section in coming sessions. So I'm taking one before update. So whenever an opportunity is updated, so that time I need to run this particular piece of code. Okay. So we'll go through how we can get this child name, all that later. But now what we are trying is we are getting a child revenue, and then we are using a while loop, uh, and then we are getting each and every line, and from that we are checking whether the revenue line. So okay, I'll show in application. Basically we are getting we are detecting it as a whether it's a product or product group. And if it is a product, we are taking the names into one list, item I. If it is a group, we are taking the values into item G. And so first we'll get this, and then we'll see how we can use this particular names. Okay. So now we'll go to application and opportunities. I'll show you where this opportunities and opportunity products will be there. Um, I'm opening one of the opportunity. Okay. So okay. It looks like in this instance we have not exposed it. Let me take another another one. Okay. So now we have added this product section. So in opportunity, right? So we have this product section. So where we can add products and product groups to this list. So now if we click one more item here, we can add one product and one product group. So here you can see type is product group. And like this, we'll add one more product, two products and one product group. Okay. So these names we are trying to get in a different list. Products into one list and product groups into one list. So now we'll go back to application composer and we'll we'll use the script to get this. So now I'm going to opportunity object and go to server scripts and then before update trigger. Okay, so now what we will do is uh, so how we can see the output, right? Either uh, through println messages, or we can throw a validation message. So anyway, we can see. Uh, so we can use something like a validation message. So we'll copy some throw message. So this is a uh, function we can throw the error. So like if we use print, so we have a runtime messages tab, right? So from here we can see. Okay, now I'm printing this item 1 plus, and I'm also printing item G. So now we can see whenever we save opportunity, right, with some change, so it should throw a message that should display opportunity uh, product names. So now we'll go back to opportunities, and we'll go back to the same opportunity, and we have currently two products and one group. So now we'll update some field here. Let's say this checkbox, and we'll click on save. Yeah. So now you can observe that it displays a message, and that prints item I with the values of product names, and then item G with product groups. So now if we add one more value, right? So it will show up that. So I'm adding one more product group called business laptop, and I'm trying to save. Yeah, now it displays two values, right? So this is how uh, we can add each uh, uh, each item into a list. Okay, so till now we got the all the items into a list, right? So now um, we'll we'll use some loop. Okay, so and then we'll just print these items one by one. Okay, that is using a for loop. Okay, so now we'll take this particular script. Now we'll go to application composer. So now we have printed directly the complete map. So it returns all the values into in the list. So now we will print in a line by line. Okay. Okay. So now so we have used throw statement, right? So now we'll try to use print statement. So we'll place the script here. So till this script, uh, so we have got the items into lists, right? So now what we are doing here is we are after adding all of these products, then we are iterating each item, and then we are trying to print. So this is a simple method to iterate all the items in a list. So item I is a list, right? So we are taking this items list. So for so we are defining one variable called item. So this can be anything, something like A or B or whatever it is. So this is a variable. So in this case, maybe we can call it as a product or group. Okay. So This is just a variable and of type string. And then this colon, after this colon is a just a syntax. After colon, we need to use uh, the list name. So in our case, we have item I as a list name. Okay. Now, so what we are going to do is we will print this item name. So now we will use print println, and we'll print the product here. Product name is uh, the variable called product. Yeah. So okay. So we have used this println statement, and now we'll validate. So now we will save. Now the expectation is it should print all the items, right? All the product names in for each one println statement. So for that, before we will enable runtime messages. Okay, so we'll clear all the runtime messages, and now we'll go to opportunity, and then we'll execute. Okay, so okay, we have two products, right? So we'll save. Now this time it doesn't throw any error because we have commented that, and but we have printed, we have logged the messages. So that's why it doesn't throw any error. Okay. So now we can see uh, because we have two products added into the opportunity, the for loop runs two times because we have only two items in the list. So that's why it just ran two times. It just loops two times, and then it printed the name in the uh, name of the product, or name of the value in that list. So this is how we will access the uh, child objects or anything using lists, and then we can further use using for loop. This method in real time maybe so we can use to perform any logic in between for loop. Like we might need to update something, we might need to create something with that variable, so then we can do according to that. So yeah, so this is about uh, the lists. So the other examples are same. So other examples are simple. uh, okay, so other methods supports in list, right? uh, so like example, if we have two collections or two lists, so then we can use this plus to combine these um, both values, and then commons intersect of these two lists, common elements, and odd numbers, so we can just use minus. whatever is not in one of the lists, so that it compares and it takes the difference. So we can find out those methods here. Okay, and along with this, we can also try these methods addition. This is the list name dot remove all. Okay, it takes some another list and it removes all the values into in common. Okay, so that is, so using remove all, so to find the difference elements, right? So one way is using this method and another way is using removing all commons, then we'll get the difference values. And also unique method to get the unique values from the list. So some of the groovy functions, right? So we can take a reference from Java, but all of those functions or all of those methods may not work. Only few methods or few functions might work. So we just need to try, and then we need to use whatever is supported in Oracle Fusion Cloud Groovy.